Oops, time overran a bit. Okay. Yeah, so I was trying to build a helicopter and wasn't getting very far last night. Then I tried the modular engine. Hey, what's up? Captain Linton, drop hier, what's up? Niemand is by die huis vandag. Ek's elke dag by die huis van nou af. Yeah, I started working from home, so yeah, wait, is the game... Oh, the game still captures even with it minimized? That's interesting. But yeah, I started playing with the modular engine. I actually done all this stuff before. I just couldn't get it to work last night. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just tired. Although I started building a new version, but this one's not up and running yet. I think it still needs some work. But yeah, what you guys up to? What's up, Captain Linton? I'm actually playing this with a joystick, so I feel like some joystick gaming again. Might play Elite Dangerous at some point. But yeah, so how this works, that's an electric radiator, which is not connected. That could be part of the problem. Hold on. Oh yeah, well, yeah, like I said, it's not finished. So for that, what I normally use is just a constant number, constant on signal. Constant on signal. Let's put it right in front of it. But yeah, this game's actually pretty cool. I haven't played this in a while. I used to have a whole bunch of stuff, but the Steam Workshop thing doesn't work. You have to explicitly upload your stuff. Otherwise, if you don't save it, it goes missing when you uninstall and reinstall the game. The Devil's Contraption. I love helicopters too. All forms of copters, but helicopters being the harder one to fly is why it's so appealing to me. But yeah, there are the Devil's thingamabobs. Okay, and it should have power. Let's see. It's got power, but I'm not done because I need starters. Oh yeah, that's what I was missing. I was missing the whole side of the one side of the engine. So let's delete everything here. That can stay for now. Then we need under modular engines. Wait, I just want to check that audio and everything's working correct. Music's working. Game capture was working a second ago. The bonded peak. Modular engines here. So we need this crank outputs or something. The drive belt. And then we need a starter. Like so. Then we need a let's not put an alternator for now. Do you have exhausts? We have an exhaust, we have an air intake, we'll put the fuel back now. We needed the starter. What else did we need? Did we need something? There's an alternator, we've got a clutch, we've got the radiator. Got the flywheel. Got fuel. Okay, I think that should be everything. So now let's just put the fuel back. So I'm attempting to fly one. It was a good thing I was in a sim, or I wouldn't be alive now. I need to get a proper HOTAS throttle stick for playing helicopter stuff, because with this one I have to use one joystick. I can't use two. It's a Stormworks issue. So, but technically you can fly a helicopter with just one joystick. It's just you're gonna use both hands on one stick, which is kind of weird. Both hands, one stick. I just want to get this thing started. I don't care about anything else right now. So I've got the starter, clutch, and then you can put a generator. Wait. I don't care much about torque measuring now either. I'll change it afterwards. Let's just put the generator. Logic, connect the electricity cable. Wait, what happened here? Wait, I removed the battery. That's not the right one then. Battery. What else do I need? Oh yes, the clutch. So constant on signal. Can make use of that as well. Wait, no, the clutch is 10, so we need a constant number. Constant number. Give me constant number. Change its value to 1. And then connect it to the clutch. Okay, and then we still need the pilot chair. A thrust lever in a heli. It's called a collective. You lift it up or down. Yeah, or some rotate. I've seen some with rotate, yeah. But I mean, you don't really get that for... It's not worth buying for simming if you're not going to be flying helicopters all the time. Like, that's why, I don't know, I want to just HOTA stick, because what I normally do, like in storm modes as well, I mix my collective and my throttle. So when you're at about 50% throttle, your collective is at 0% pitch. So only once you increase from 50% upwards, you actually start getting positive pitch and start climbing. That's usually how I configure it. That's also how radio control helicopters remotes do it. They mix it that way. These things are weird, yeah. But I love them, helicopters. Pilot chair, that's what I'm looking for. Where I can sit my ass down and control things. Okay, let's see. Logic, so we need throttle, which is axis 3. That one. We need that on... Where does it go? Directly on the motor? But how does this work again? This one, the fuel manifold. Throttle goes on the fuel manifold. Starter is connected to hotkey 1. Hotkey 1 should be a press, not a toggle. There. Starter, throttle, what else do I need? I don't think I need anything else. In theory, this should work. Let's spawn this thing. What is this? Another bot. Get banned? No, it didn't. Let's make it get banned. I don't know why WiseBot isn't working nowadays. It's not that it's not working, it's just they find ways around it. Silly bots. Okay. We're getting the chair. Throttle. This thing ain't doing shit. I don't know if you need a certain RPM or what. I don't know what I'm doing. My old ones work. That's the weirdest part. My old test bench works. How did I forget how to build modular engines? Or didn't I? Full throttle. I don't know what's wrong. Each cylinder head block is connected to the adjacent one. We have air intake, exhaust, we have fuel. We have cooling. Even though there's cooling, I don't think it actually does something, but that's not the problem. Usually isn't the problem. So what am I doing wrong? Should I disable the clutch for now? No load. Maybe rip off all the load. Put on a second starter. Like so. Okay, this is the second starter, and then the clutch. I'm going to change this constant number to 0. So it disables clutch. So now it should have no load, should start once it stops breakdancing. Seems like start. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What could I possibly be doing wrong? Ah, silly thing. I want to see. Where's the crankshaft? I can't see the crank. See that, but not really the crank. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because when I load my old like test bench, it works. So I'm gonna just save this again. All my freaking testings here. Load workshop. This one. This is one I made. If I load this, everything works. I actually have the engine auto start and everything. At least the top. Is this even running? No. Unless I change modular engines and they all don't work anymore. Yeah, this pumps. You see, this is actually how you need to make a radio. But how do I start to start? I can't remember. I bought this thing so long ago. I don't remember how it works. Starter. This is something to start with. Button to start doesn't seem to be nearby. I think I put things in here somewhere. Maybe I think multiple. This is the manual button. Why would I do that? It should be close. Smoke, so clearly it works. Let me just shut down the top button. Here, but this thing's running. It's making smoke, so this runs. So it's different. There's our air filter. Oh, it's got a pump. Where do I need to pump it? No, no, that was if you do supercharge. You didn't need supercharge. This one doesn't have a pump on the air. Is it running? It's not. Let me start. The 3 buttons and way more than 3 engines. Toggle button. Let's start the engine. Oh. The statistics are all for one engine. Control the top one. This will die. Oh, I killed it with maybe that's a stop button. So that might actually be a stop button. Just worked. I don't know what this mechanic is. I still need to take that out. So I need to take this into test bench to figure out how it works again. Hey Kiwi, how are you doing? Am I sick? No, why do you ask? Oh, because I wasn't here for a while. My schedule's kind of messed up because work. But yeah, I decided I'm going to stream on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. And I'm trying to stream from like 12. But yeah, having a hard time getting an early enough start. My voice. Do I sound sick? If I sound sick, maybe I'm getting sick. I'm just not noticing. I'm giving you a headache. No, it works actually pretty cool. So there's a few stressful moments, but it's really cool. Working from home. I like it. But yeah, I need to figure out how the hell I built this thing. Okay, so that one button, that one at the top, started the engine. So yeah, it's connected to the starters. Is that its throttle? I have no idea why I even used pumps and stuff. Do I need it? I don't remember. Let's just spawn it again and try. Maybe with pressing other buttons I'm missing. Let's also modify it so that that top engine doesn't start by default. So where's its starter? Is that its starter? Yes. It's hooked to a constant on signal. Guess let's just delete the connection then. Aha, silence. Silence. Now we can hear which engine. Oh, here's more buttons. It's running because the RPM is climbing. That's the RPS. It's the power on generator. But yeah, what have you been up to? Everything else is pretty straightforward. Fuel tank, inlet, air intake, exhaust, fuel outlet. And then there's the radiator, which probably isn't going to be just fine to I think I doubt that would be Celsius. The engine is only 22 as well. But just the thing to do now. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, there's nothing complicated here. It's the exact same thing I was building on the other side. It's just like a shit ton of starters. Maybe that's what I need. Multiple starters on a 3 to 1 converter like this. There's a 3 to 1 converter, and then there's I don't have any examples of a smaller starter system. Like you have to start smaller modular engines with such a big starter system. I don't remember that being the thing, but let's see. Maybe that's exactly it. You need a 3 to 1 first. 1 to 3, I mean. It says that you do need this, so if that's the case, we'll see now. And then we need this big boy, 3x3. That's it. Okay. And then on the other ones, I was running 3 starters. So let's see. That's an alternator. That's a starter. Three starters. Let's power them up. You can just hold control. I forgot about that. And logic. In theory, that should be it. That's the only major difference between this and all my other engines. This one obviously has no load now, but that's fine. It just means it's going to go very high RPM. If you're happy with work, it was an improvement, I can see. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Sproken. What else could it be? It's not my throttle mapping, could it? Let's check something. I'm still using the right stick. I didn't even check that. Nope, wrong stick. Switch over to the other stick. Why would you do that? But that couldn't, I doubt that's a problem anyway, because it should be able to start regardless of what the throttle value is. It's not like real life where you flood your engine. Unplug that one. Might have to restart the game for this, so I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah. But yeah, things have been a bit crazy lately, so I've been wanting to stream more. I just don't get around to it, and then my sleep schedule's completely messed up. Then I wake up so late in the mornings. Where's my mouse cursor now? Oh, there. So yeah, I want to start streaming earlier, actually. I'm just restarting the game quick. I think the capture should just re-grab it. Or not. There it goes. Okay, there's our cyclic, there's our throttle, and there's our yaw. Okay, so it is working. Continue. I assume it loads the last game. Okay. Load. Which one was it? This one. This was after adding the... No. Auto save. I forgot to save after adding the starters. Let's save this one. No smoke. Nope, not working. Broken. What am I doing wrong though? I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. It can't be that the throttle value is incorrectly mapped. Ah, forgot to update that thing. So it doesn't start by itself. Let's give them random names. Eventually I'll delete them. Okay. This one has a pump, right? So that's basically, it's almost supercharging it. Well, the supercharging is running the pump off the drive belt, but yeah, let's take a stock one, not a supercharged one. So this is one that's got a pump on the drive belt. I was experimenting with superchargers, that's what I was doing here. But now I can't even get the freaking thing to work, let alone put a supercharger on it. This one seems vanilla. Yeah, this is vanilla. I think it was... no. When I started it earlier, which one started? This one, which was also vanilla, so that's fine. So once its RPS is greater than 2, it starts on its own. So it's not like you need some crazy starting speed or anything like that. I'm doing something different, clearly. The flywheel is directly on the crank, then there's the clutch. And then there's a torque meter and a generator on the other side of the clutch. But I'm sure this can run without load. You can probably test the speed. What the heck? I did not mean to do that. So in theory, if I just rip that thing off, I don't know what will happen if I spawn it like this. I've never tried this. There's 3 parts hanging mid-air. So they just stay there. Let's see. Still runs, no load. Yeah, the RPM just goes crazy. It's probably going to push itself. Yeah, it's just going to push itself with no load. It's pretty straightforward though. Air intake, fuel intake, exhaust over there. Every engine, every row of cylinders is joined to the adjacent one using a T-piece or a bend. Got our cooling over here. I've noticed on almost every one I've got 2 cooling manifolds. Coolant manifolds. Could that be it? Do you need 2 coolant manifolds? Even if you're only using 1? Is that, if that is the case, then that's, I'm gonna be mad. But that's the only fundamental difference I see. 2 coolant manifolds. That and this big starter thing which I've already swapped out. Fuck. Let's go see. 2 coolant manifolds. I don't think it's the cylinder count. Could it be? You see, I didn't even have a coolant. I ripped off my cooling thing and I never put it back. That's not very clever. Oops. Something like that. Yeah, I'm still not going to care about the clutch for now. Got all our starters hooked up. We've got our throttle hooked up. What if the throttle is inverted? But still, you can't flood it from my knowledge. It just starts up and goes immediately full speed. I'm an idiot. I never had the throttle on my air intake connected. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. Fuck. I didn't actually know it's there. Oh, this thing's probably going to work. Oh, wait, also I connected that thing wrong. The coolant thingamabob. Whatever, I'm sure it'll run. If it's correct now. Nothing? No! Why have you forsaken me? What have I forgotten? Let's do something else quick. Displays, it was this one. This is a throttle remap thing because the throttle value comes in as -1 to +1. So I just remap it to 0 and 1 accordingly. What is the helicopter? Is that it's supposed to be Kiwi? First, I'm having difficulty with the engine. It's supposed to be a helicopter one day. I actually built another one. I'll show you just now. Okay, that's the output which goes to our air and fuel. I don't need this anywhere else. No. And then this one's third axis, which is that one, goes to the input. And then it remaps it for us. So what I want to test now is the actual values. Do we need power for these things? Yes, we do. That should be it. Throttle's dead. Why is my throttle dead? Please don't tell me this joystick messed up again. Because I'm not seeing any input. Unless, did I get the axis mixed up? No. Axis 4 mapped to axis 3. That is correct. It's working. I'm seeing throttle, so why the hell is it not working on my pilot chair? It's definitely not that one. Something's wrong here. One day, yeah. It's not sensitivity. I didn't map the wrong axis, maybe, did I? Axis 3, that's right. Why would it not work? It's super weird. Why do I have a warning? Missing on off? Well, you don't need an on off because the on off is just for the backlight, if I remember correctly. This should work. Even WASD doesn't do anything. Why? What is wrong here? I don't get why my throttle isn't working. The pilot chair doesn't need power, does it? Or anything like that? No. Something weird is going on here. Let's just delete this thing. This pilot chair. And re-add it. Stupid pilot chair. Okay. So the first button, hotkey 1. That one is going to be our starters. Axis 3 is going to be our throttle. Let's just double check this thing's code as well. Wait, where do you do that again? Here. So it reads the input number and then sets the output number with a remap function. So yeah, everything's still there. Everything's still connected. It's not the microcontroller. Still. Can't be that I unplugged the wrong stick that I know, because I was playing with the values and saw change. So no, it's definitely not that. W doesn't work, nothing works. Oh, what? How did the arrows make that work? All of a sudden. There's our arrows mapped here. Throttle up. So it is throttle, but then this should also change it. Yes, it did change it. Weird. Is it what? Now it works. What the? Why didn't it work seconds ago? Now it works. My regular throttle. So yeah, there you can see the input is -1 to +1, and on the other side I remap it from 0 to 1. That's all this thing does. But anyway, now it seems to work. Well, at least the throttle seems to work. So now let's see if we can start it. Should have. Oh, forgot to change the barrel back from a toggle. But yeah, no, it should have started. It's not starting. It's broken. Can't believe this game's giving me such a hard time. I used to be good at this stuff. There's another way where it describes the values. Or is it when you hover over it like this? Yeah, I think it's when you hover over like this. So just click the modular engines. My back's itchy. Modular engines. So if we look at this, for example, attach manifold cylinder to provide a connection for air to that cylinder. Cylinders that are chain directly. But yeah, it doesn't say anything else, just that it needs a throttle and the air connection. I wonder if I got my throttle range wrong, because I know this stuff, it was a bit more sensitive than a regular engine because of the fact that it can be supercharged. I wonder if I should try that. Give me a pump that supercharges this engine. Manual fluid pump, damn. Just an electric one. You're manually doing this. I can't remember which side's in and which side's out. That's the in. So that's right, yes. I ain't see no smoke. Oops. Need to change the button to press instead of toggle as well. But yeah, this is not doing anything. Even with air being pressed into it, compressed into it, it's not doing anything. Although I did also mess up that manifold thing. Maybe that could cause a problem. Proper vampire song, yeah. I love system. Delete that. Oops. And then... oh shit, I can't see. Put one there and... there. That electric radiator. Ah, so I'm getting used to these rotation axes. Like so. I believe. Modular engines. Where's the... that's the air. Where's the other one? There. Fuel. But yeah, they don't tell you the min-max boundaries of the throttle of the fuel and the air one. And I'm pretty sure that isn't a thing that it's kind of sensitive on. It should definitely work. Can't see why not. Nope. No smoke. It's dead. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Come here to build a helicopter and I can't even get the freaking engine to work. I wonder if we just train multiple of the standard engines, the non-complicated ones. Let's try that. Wonder if that'll actually work. This will find out soon. I'll figure this one out later. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, but I'm sure it's something simple and I'm gonna probably want to beat myself up for it when I figure it out. Okay, so now where do we find the small engine again? Propulsion or something, I think. Up here. Wonder how we do this. I'm thinking of putting them back to back, but that might not be the best. Let's just put them side to side. Yeah, so these ones are straightforward. They don't have many working parts. Why is everything such weird symmetry? Start, what's its top? Air. What's that? Exhaust. Okay, so that'll be our air intake. It's going to be exhaust, but what's that one? Fuel. Should do it in a way that we don't block it off now. And I think I might have just screwed it up. Not necessarily. Make that our fuel. What's this one again? Exhaust. And then I want to test it because I think I should be able to run it without cooling whatsoever. Might just cook the engine, but it's fine. This is a computer game. Such a banger song. Linkin Park. I miss the old Linkin Park. The new Linkin Park, not that good. At least not for me. I miss old Linkin Park. Okay, so we ignore cooling for now. We put another T piece over here. Okay, now just connect the fuel and then a battery and then all the logic. Then you should be able to start this in theory. It's not bad, but in Chester, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, because it's like a single person in the band can make such a big difference that it changes the style completely. Like, what other band was there? Nightwish, for example. So the new Nightwish is very, very different. It's not even the same anymore to me. I don't listen to it, but there's one song that they did that was really good. Perfume of the Timeless. But all Nightwish, oh, that was brilliant. Still is. Okay, fuel, air, exhaust, no cooling because we YOLO. Okay. We still keep our throttle mapper. We're just going to output its value to there, there. Hotkey 1. That one. You go to the starter over there and there. We still need a battery. What else do we need? Is that it? I think that's it. See how easy that starts. It just works. No hassle. Why is the modular engine so full of shit? Why can't everything work like this? And when you get out, the throttle value changes. It resets it. It's because of how I remap it. It resets to 0, which remaps to 50%. Ah, I'm on fire. Help. Ow, engines overheating. Help. Oh shit, it's exploding. Get that shit back to the workbench. Oops. That's why you need cooling on your engines. But yeah, this thing's just starting without any hassles, so it's just those modular engines that are so full of shit. I'm gonna have to make room to get cooling squeezed into this. But what I ultimately wanted to test was whether I get double the amount of power output if I just put them in the same pipe. It didn't sound good. I wouldn't fly there. Yeah, you wouldn't want to fly with me either, Kiwi, trust me. I might not get very far. How do I get the cooling squeezed in there, though? Hmm. There's a way to actually flip these engines, right? Hold on. Let's duplicate one quick. There's another button. Was it U? Yeah, U actually flips it. So if I flip it, which is this one's orientation? It's like that. So if I flip it, that becomes fuel instead of exhaust. Hmm. Oh, arrows in the middle. I didn't need to remove that one. Oopsie. Like so. Hold up. It's still wrong because that one should not be connected. What is it? That is fuel. So its fuel would be on the outside. So instead of running a pipe, I can just come from the other side of the tank. No, wait, this one needs to be a T. That one. So. Okay, then we've got our fuel, and that would be exhaust. So we can delete that as well, and that, and that. Exhaust, exhaust, correct, right next to each other. Very nice. How do we do this? So, wait. Like so. There's our exhaust, there's our intake. One side has fuel, the other side needs fuel, and then both sides need cooling. So you could probably daisy chain the cooling, still run one radiator, and then just feed hot from one engine into the other engine. So one engine's always going to be running hotter than the other. I guess that's not good practice in real world either, but if the game's mathematics are good, it'll work. Always gets this freaking orientation axis wrong there. Okay, so fuel, air, exhaust, just cooling needed now. And then the power outputs. Because the thing is, the helicopter I built yesterday, I think I didn't have enough power because I was running one of these basic engines. And, well, let's check again. Hold on. Where's these engines? It outputs 20,000 power, apparently. 20,000 power. Now, if you look at the small rotor, it has 50,000 force. Now, I don't know if force and power is a 1-to-1, meaning that I need 50,000 power to generate 50,000 force. I don't know. But I think it is, I don't know. I think maybe it was too much or too little power. We'll find out soon, I guess. Cooling, okay. There's in and out, out and out. That's a problem. Maybe we do individual radiators on each of them. There's a weird place to do it, so I guess I'm just gonna go down. Put the radiators underneath. Oh, come on, be kind to me. Hitboxes are colliding. Oh, come on. Haha, worked. I don't even think we need the electric radiators. I don't know. I've never had an engine start a fire with regular radiators either. So, but because of what this is now going to do, I think let's just add some cubes. Give it some legs, man. Okay. So we've got cooling. Now it's just our power output. Actually, let's put a 4-piece pipe across. Put a generator, and then so there's a whole bunch of sensors. There's a torque sensor, but there was another one as well that I saw earlier. I can't remember its name now, that I was using. What are those? Mechanics. Could be under mechanics though. Maybe. Specialist equipment. Displays. It has to be sensors then. I don't see it. Am I blind? Where's the torque sensor? Torque meter. It's under propulsion. Does that need power or something? No. What else do you need? Electricity for the engine. Let's see what it does. We've got no clutch, so that means it should be full load, but it sounds like it's struggling, like it's starting, not struggling, over revving maybe. Oh, the throttle resets with the power, I forgot. So it does have in and out coolant. Doesn't show us the temperature though. 52, that's really hot. What I want to see is like how much load I'm generating. I'm sure I'm generating a load of it. Upon the moment I get off, it resets all the throttle values. Just kind of sit. Wait a second, you get a remote control. I saw that somewhere. Where did I see that stuff? This must be it. Remote control unit. Obtaining a remote control unit. Remote control uses a basic vehicle pilot seat, input bindings, and transmits them as composite radio data. That's what I need. That's what I need, man. Does that have some... it needs power. Ah, jumped over. Toggle control, cycle frequency. Cycle frequency does nothing. Now it does something. But how do I know? 880. No, none of them do anything. How does this work though? Do you have to have like a receiver or something built in? Specialist equipment. Wait, did I pause it? Specialist equipment, where are you? There. Let's see, there has to be some kind of a receiver. There's a remote. Where do I start though? Start at the top, might as well. It's a pretty cool thing, a gimbal. Okay, those are all just storage things. I saw antennas on one of the starter boats. I wonder if that's not maybe how it works. Like you have to put a radio antenna or something. What's this again? This is for rockets. Oh, but you need the space DLC, which I still want to get though. Where would those antennas be? I saw antennas somewhere. What's this? Raiding. I could have sworn I saw antennas somewhere. What else would you call it? Receiver. RX. Why is it directional? Oh, but that's space stuff again. How does the remote control thing work then? Wait, maybe they actually tell you, and I just need to read. Containing a remote, press to toggle the remote. Use a basic vehicle. Pilot seat input bindings and transmits them as composite radio data. Oh. So it's composite data, I see. Yeah, but what do I now? No. Wait. I say nothing about a receiver or an antenna. That's a transmitter and receiver. Maybe just RX. Huge, large, medium, small. So this must be it. Beep, 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 ET phone home. There's its composite data. But I don't want composite. It's frequency. I assume if you don't give it a number, it defaults to 0. Okay, but once you receive composite data, you still need to convert it to other data. Normal data, number and boolean. What did I just do? No. Now on microcontrollers, how to get composite data into numbers and stuff. But I'm pretty sure there's a thingamabob. No, wait. Here. This is what I'm looking for. My back. So we're gonna need to use these. Here they are. So the composite read number and composite read on-off signal to read it from the composite data and then output it as an actual on-off signal. But for that, we need a new microcontroller. What should we call this? Just RX, whatever. Yeah, it needs to be 2 by 2. We're gonna have a composite input. We're gonna have a number output, so on-off output, and a number output. I'm not gonna describe them now. It's not an input. That's an input. These are outputs. But how do we know? Oh shit, did not mean to do that. Was it a read? I think it was, no, that's a read on off, read number. Because how do I control which one's a hotkey, which one's the axis? Because throttle would normally be my channel 3. And the hotkey, I have no idea what that would count as then. Fuck. We're going to say channel 5 for now. Oh, but I think they actually do show you. Hold up, they might actually show you. What do you call that? RX. Wait, where did I see it? There. No, but that's on the seat. Does it mean the other one's the same? Value 1 is AD, value 2 is WS. Am I understanding that correctly? That is not very descriptive. I don't know the format in which it outputs its composite data now. I have no idea how I'm going to test this unless I put up a bunch of displays, read a bunch of values, and throw them on the displays. How do we create this microcontroller again? You go here, what did I call it? A composite thingamabob. Composite RX. Okay, so that's going to be our throttle. And that remains the output. And then this one is for starting, right? There we go. It's not doing anything so far. Wait, there's actually... Let's do this. Ah, there. Throttle works. So the throttle is being output, but now we just need to find out how to do the hotkey. How do I do the hotkey? How do I know which channel it's on? Maybe I must Google it. Stormworks remote control composite channels. Oopsie. These stupid Geekbots. They get like 3 or 4 bots to spam the same messages to make it look like someone, like people. But I mean, if you can't see that these are bots, then I guess you're not a person. Another one. Wow. Wait, not timeout, ban. Yeah, it should have been all of them. Stupid Geekbots. Go away. Okay, but I wanted to Google what again? Oh, it's the channels, which I did see something. Channel 1. Wait, what? Oh, wait, so it sends the hotkey and the AD on the same axis. This freaking siren is annoying. It's an environment. Turn it down too much. Wow, that's a buggy freaking control. Okay, so we need to edit the microcontroller. This one's channel 1, apparently. Apparently. And we also need to update this one, because once you've placed it, it doesn't inherit any code changes you make or any logic changes you make. You have to manually do it for every placed instance. And then update it. Yes, update. In theory, that should work now, if I understand this correctly. How funny my dude looks. How did I? Oh, tab. I need a remote, which I still have. Click to engage. There we go. Remote control works. Okay, but now I can't. Let me see if I can see something. Temperature. But at the moment you disengage, the instruction will just reset itself for you. It's pretty cool. Yeah, how do I make this alarm stop? Really? Isn't there somewhere I can turn it off? Why is this thing running? Oh yeah, because it resets to 50%. I just want to Google that as a stop. It's going to stop this bloody alarm. Siren or whatever. Apparently there's breakers or something inside the base that I can go turn off. Very loud steam engine. It's worse than a steam engine. This just sounds like a nuclear bomb. They said something about breakers. It's not that there, but some lights. Breakers in here. Oops. Really? Maybe you can't turn it off. What is this? Warning system. Ha! Silly warning system. And now that I turn them off, it shuts up because it's over. The thread's over. Thread's gone. That's annoying. Okay, but yeah, what I wanted to see was how much power I'm generating. That remote there. You see its power very ocean. Whoa, 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 what the hell? I guess that's why the sirens went off. It's a tsunami. What do you know? My ears. Freaking tsunamis come and ruin my day here. So how is the torque value static? So I think output's pretty much almost 100. Now what happens if I just disconnect one engine by, say, removing its air intake? Or I can just do this. It's not half the output, it's a bit more than half, but it's still better than it was. But yeah, it shows you it does help having two engines just connected in parallel. This is weird, I don't understand the torque aspect of it. Got to plan it now, turn it into an actual helicopter. Okay, so I need to feed fuel. Can probably relocate the exhaust a bit. Something like that. Okay, so just missing the fuel intakes and the power outlets. Okay, then we can get rid of all of that. Okay, so that's going to be the basic engine of our helicopter, so to speak. The other thing to keep in mind is that it's going to be much heavier than yesterday's one. Let's test something crazy quick. This is a tail. That height is kind of perfect. Might as well go Omni one. Then we have plenty of holes for when we need them. I'm still not used to these controls completely. When to use J, when to use L. Oh, no, that's not going to work. See, there I messed it up again. There's a T. I need a bend. Where's the bend? Wait, TP's straight. Cross. Angle. That's the one. Wait. I think this is actually one too high now. Where's that rotor? If it sits on top of it. Yeah, then collides with the one above it. Shit. I screwed up. What? Why wouldn't it drag? There. Ah. Like so. And it shouldn't collide with the upper one either, I believe. But yeah, now look at the center of mass. It's way backwards. It needs to come forward. So that's where the tanks and the pilot seat are going to come in. So this, I don't even need this whole pipe system. I can just put the air filter straight. Wait. I deleted something I should not have. I don't know what, but let's undo it rather. Like so. And our exhaust can just go straight up. Like so. I doubt that's going to hit the rotor. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, and then we just need our fuel intakes and to get our center of weight moved way forward. But yeah, this is actually kind of bad. I should not have done this. Me, I'm bad. Fuck. But why is everything so weird? Because technically there's no center to this thing. Because it's 3 by, well, it's 6 wide. If it was 7 wide, then at least I'd have a middle tile as a center tile. Fuck it. I'm going to chance it with a bad... I don't feel like moving everything now. I'll just try and make my pilot seat make up for it. Oh wait, no, it's far too forward. Too much, too much. Okay, so the pilot seat should now, or either push it over, or fix the center of mass. How high was it again? 4, I think so. 5. No. One more. Like so. Now it's nose heavy again. Oops. Little bit tail heavy, but that's not bad. You get counter rotating twin rotor coaxial design, and you don't need a tail rotor. Yeah, I could like a Chinook, but no. I just want to get one thing to fly, then I'll start playing with the designs. I think so. What I'll do here is join it like that. Like that. I'm just gonna waste the space. It's the same height, right? Yes. Ah, wrong button, but it worked out okay. Okay, that's the one side connected. Can't see. It's all the freaking tooltips. There. The Chinook has twin rotors, counter-rotating, but not coaxial. Oh, coaxial, but then if it's coaxial, then you mean 4 rotors in. Or what? Counter-rotating, twin rotor, coaxial design. That you don't need a tail rotor. Oh, you mean like... no, but this game doesn't support that. Yeah, the game unfortunately doesn't have the functionality for that. Yeah, on the same axis you can't. Not in this game, unfortunately. Would be cool, but yeah. They haven't gone that far yet. Okay, fuel, exhaust, air. And then we can start connecting some logic. Wait, am I going to do the remote control thing? I want to, but it's not that important. Okay, hotkey 1. It's going to be starting. Axis 3 is going to be throttle. No. We need the throttle remapper. that. Okay, so how does this work? The collective pitch goes directly there. It doesn't get remapped. Correct. And then I need power. I don't have batteries yet. Kamov KA52 has them. Literally unplayable. Hey, what's up, the Cheblake? The Klebek. You should use a gyro. I actually did play with a gyro the other day, but in theory, your cyclic you should be able to do without a gyro. It's just a tail rotor. You're definitely going to need one. But my first step would be to just get the thing to actually take off and the tail rotor to not go crazy. Because that's the part I was struggling with yesterday. Power. Oh, yes, power. So center of mass is still bad as well, so I might as well chuck this over here. Okay, there's electricity. I'm not going to bother with an alternator just yet. That should be everything, in theory. Except it won't stand, so... the center of mass is going to cause a lot of problems. This is probably the ugliest thing anybody's ever built in the world of vehicles. So try and jump at the center of mass while also making it stand. But how am I going to make it stand? Think the Harrow skipped a leg there. The helo. That's funny. Yeah, this thing's got nothing, just sticks. I wonder if this will stand. I'm curious. Nope. No, it doesn't want to stand. Oh shit. Wait, I need more legs. Let's do this. Wait, but how's the center of mass now? It's tail heavy, definitely. It still leans a bit to the one side. But it's okay. It's okay. That's better. Okay, now let us hook up pitch and roll and all those things. Okay, so axis 1 was roll, which is that one. That's pitch, that's roll. Axis 2 was pitch. Got a collective over there. The gyro. I didn't do the gyro now. That's the important part. I need the gyro for the tail rotor. This thing doesn't weigh much. Okay, we need that. Then what we're gonna do is feed the rotor, which is axis 4, into the gyro yaw, and then the stabilized yaw goes to the tail rotor. But yeah, I haven't had luck getting that set up to work yet. What else would I need? I think that's everything. Up, down is your... Yeah, I've configured mine slightly different than default. That is correct. That is correct. I'm not seeing pitch and roll though. There's roll. Wait. My past. Here. Roll axis 1. Yes. Pitch axis 2. That's correct. Oh, it's probably because my collective was all the way up. It wasn't. You weren't seeing it. Okay. Also, this collective needs to be negative, not just positive. Neutral. Oopsie, almost fell over. The hero thief proof by swapping the controls. Genius. Exactly. That's why I do it. Okay, so there's our positive pitch. Let's just check the aileron. The roll. You do that. It's going to dig in. That's right. You do that. It's going to dig backwards. That's right. But yeah, this tail rotor looks way too sensitive. But let's see what happens if I start it. Oh shit, shit. Yeah, there goes the tail rotor. Always does that. So one thing I can't get to work yet is the tail rotor. We should be able to fly, we're just gonna fly in circles, like literally. Okay, no, that doesn't work very well. We're flying, guys! Yeah, no. I don't know what the problem is with this tail rotor, I always mess it up. I don't know if it's too sensitive. Wait, which way was it rotating? Was it going with or against the torque? I can't remember now. It's going against the torque. So it might be too sensitive. It's applying too much counter thrust. Yo, no! Look, it's breakdancing. Trim it manually with Alt. I don't think it's trimming. I think first I need to sort out the gyro's response and then maybe look at trimming. Because I think the gyro overcorrects or something. Maybe. I could be wrong. But I've been struggling with this. I struggled with it last night, but I thought I was maybe just tired. Try it again today, see what it does. It seems to be better, but not good enough yet. No, it's not correcting enough. Breakdance. At least my helicopter can do breakdancing. I'm proud of it. I don't know if it's overcorrecting now, undercorrecting still. Like this thing can't be that sensitive. I know it's remote control helicopters, it's a different story, but this is a game. It shouldn't be that sensitive or that difficult. Now it feels like it's not correcting enough. And I don't know if this is a power problem. Like, I can't even taxi this thing outside now. It's got no wheels or anything. Can't I spawn it elsewhere though? Engine's still running. What's going on? I see smoke, but the engine's not doing anything. Why is that? Oh no, the smoke was a lie. Oops. But yeah, you can control it like this, so I can't really do anything. The other thing I tried was like playing around with a number of rotors on it and stuff like that. Oops. Oh, stop hitting me, helicopter. No, I'm trying to eat B, but it keeps knocking me away. Come here. Ah, it killed me. The rotor control is reversed. The gyro might freak out by overcorrecting it. But no, the tail rotor is actually correct. So I can see when it does respond correctly. But then it seems the gyro, the moment the gyro kicks in, it's either overcorrecting or undercorrecting or something. I think. So if I reduce the amount of torque by reducing the number of blades, reducing the blade size, and then increasing this one's number of blades, for example, then the tail rotor should have way more power than the main rotor. So it shouldn't have any torque issues. I would think. Oh, too much, way too much. And we barely got any lift though, but that's okay. Because we need our power on the tail rotor, not on the main rotor. Because it's the tail rotor that's messing out. Help, come back. Come back. I love how it break dances. Such a good helicopter. If I could visually represent my yaw relative to the gyro's correction, then maybe I could see where it's going wrong. That's the part I'm struggling to figure out. What the hell? Stupid bots. The bots on Kick are insulting me. Boo-hoo. Rip the gyro out and wrestle it yourselves. That's actually, I wonder if that, but that might be a good point, maybe. Let me try that actually. Hook my gyro directly. Axis 4 to the tail rotor. Bypass the gyro. Because then I can see if I've got enough tail rotor power, I shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, that's without gyro, so it's reusable now. I'm gonna at least try the gyro on cyclic and roll. Wait, so that if I'm wrestling the tail rotor, at least it takes care of the pitch and roll for me. But then you'll also be able to see if it's too sensitive or whatever. If it's too sensitive, it's just gonna make things worse. So one was roll. Just that one, and 2 was pitch. Just that one, and then corrected pitch goes there. Corrected roll goes there. Maybe that makes my life a bit easier. Because it's also sensitive as hell, I've noticed now. The pitch and roll seems to be working. Whoa, whoa. The gyro did not like that. I'm missing a rotor or two. Okay, so the pitch and roll was quite stable. It's just this tail rotor, man. Yo, this thing's hard. But it's also weird flying with my left hand, especially with pitch and roll always being my right hand. Okay, let's try this. Whoop, it's too sensitive, too sensitive. Tail rotor is too sensitive. Maybe if I reduce the number of blades it has now. No, come back, come back. Just out of curiosity. Wait, let's put it back to 4 because that's its default. Put this thing back to 4 because that's its default. With 50%. Tail rotor is just way too sensitive. Whoa. Flying! Not for long though. Oh shit. Before it takes off again. There we go. How do I reduce tail rotor input? We could maybe do it in the menu. You can't change it here, can you? Let's try that. Half sensitivity at least. Let's see what this does. It's about how all applies to the alien sim go. Whoa, whoa. But yeah, the gyro also seems to be overcorrecting on pitch and roll a bit. Or is that me? I wouldn't call this a flight. This is more like a bounce session. And I need this tail rotor on freaking gyro. It's just too sensitive. Or the gyro is too sensitive or something. It has to freaking work. Although yours not doing anything. Yours completely dead. Oops. That was not supposed to happen. Come back. Come back. Why would you all be completely dead? It can't be the boundary that I changed, is it? The sensitivity. Unless the gyro needs a continuous input, but I don't think so. Also, while we're at it, hotkey 1 needs to be a push, not a toggle. Just make sure I connected the correct axis. It's axis 4. I did not. I connected the wrong axis. How did I? What? Or I disconnected it. That's why. definitely overcorrecting or something. I wonder if you can adjust its sensitivity mid-flight. It has no composite data, so no, I don't think so. Only could adjust its sensitivity mid-flight. Okay, but considering I've had more success earlier without the gyro, it means I should be able to bring this down to like only 5% correction or something. That might help me. Just a little bit. Because yeah, I definitely had more success without the gyro. That's not doing anything again. Jeez. I turned down the throttle and it's still going nuts. Damn, this helicopter's good at breakdancing. I have to admit. Maybe it's just overall too sensitive. Damn it, tail rotor. I think it's being overwhelmed by the main rotor torque again. Tail rotor's got no authority whatsoever. Nothing's working. Unless that gyro adjustment isn't the sensitivity, but more like the endpoints. Oopsie. I'm almost dead. Might want to put a gearbox in when reducing the blades? Might be an idea. But for now, I think it's just leaving it to distribute the torque. Reducing the main rotor torque so that we know the tail rotor has more than enough power. But right now it's like, wait, hold on. I did change the sensitivity back, right? To 10%, yes. Can't be that then. So remember in the past when, like, while you're still idling on the ground, you can already notice the tail rotor input, so... And then we need to increase the sensitivity crazy while the gyro sensitivity not. Oh shit, it respawned me here. Still breakdancing. Just out of curiosity, what if I do this? Increase the sensitivity like crazy and keep that one low. Just out of curiosity. Let's see what that does. doing anything noticeable. Definitely in the opposite direction, but not. Has to be this. Ooh. So yeah, it's definitely more responsive now, but not the way I want it. So confusing though, because like the combination of the two values, you don't know what it should be. Excuse me. That's its default. That's its default. You didn't even really need a tail rotor. I remember when I played with this before in the past as well that I didn't struggle like this, so they definitely changed stuff. But figuring out what though, that's the tricky part. Could the gyro have a specific way that it needs to be mounted? That's the other thing. Orientation. I wonder. Any orientation and they will generally work, so that's not the thing. See, it could be that my yaw is, because I did have to invert the yaw, so it could be that the gyro expects it to work differently. You can't invert it anywhere else. Yeah, you can't invert it there. But yeah, now I've got to invert the gyro. So just out of curiosity, I want to see how it behaves. Ah, why do I keep clicking on the wrong stuff? You're going out of the gyro? Maybe. But I want to first see, because technically, if the inversion was an issue, then it would have fixed it now. It's just going to be my yaw's going to be working in the wrong way. But no, it didn't fix it. Ah. Okay, so now maybe if I decrease the sensitivity again, we might see better results. Maybe. Just in the inverse direction. Because I can imagine if the thing that it expects is inverted, it could probably mess around the output quite a lot. But yeah, that seemed to do something better. Not really. Oops. Stupid helicopter's trying to kill me. I don't know, it feels like it kind of works better. It's just not sensitive enough now. It doesn't... No. Damn it. Let's see if I can tell Windows to reverse my joystick's axis. Just the yaw axis. No, you can't do it here. Thrustmaster software installed. I do not. Damn it. Can't tell Windows to invert it either. Let's do some reading. Because maybe the gyro actually needs it to be on incremental mode instead of reset mode. Near the center of mass, ensure it's facing forward. The hell is forward? Zero pitch at neutral, that's what I did. It could be that it also needs the input of the pitch because to compensate for torque. I don't know. Freaking hell, radio control helicopter gyros are easier to set up. Can be used for boats as well. Was it continuous mode or incremental mode? What do they call it? It's reset mode or sticky mode. Reset mode or sticky mode. Sounds like most people stick to reset mode, so it's not that. Set your input to 100%. Huh. Wait, so what that guy is saying sounds kind of legit. I haven't tried this before. Giving it a big value there and then giving it a small value there. I think I haven't tried this before, have I? Just need to get Twitch chat back. So now it's going to be super sensitive, but the gyro shouldn't impact it too much. Nope. That did not work. I wonder if we can test it in a way by like loading the blades. No, but see, the moment it's got pitch, it's going to try and take off or something. I don't know why the gyro is struggling so much. Let's see. So now there's no gyro on the tail. But I do have some on pitch and roll. I'm fighting the tail a lot, I think. Oh, it's still inverted though. There, that's better. Oh, wait. It feels to me like the pitch and roll can be more sensitive. Maybe. Hopefully the gyro doesn't become more sensitive if they become more sensitive. Let's see. Oh, okay, pitch and roll feels better when you get it to work. It's just this freaking tail, man. Let's not back to the workbench. It's just the tail giving me a hard time. I think pitch and roll I'll figure out easily if I can get the tail to work, unless we just go tail rotorless. It shouldn't be that hard though. That's what I don't get. Why is it so freaking struggling so much? Let's look at our throttle again. So we've got our pitch directly on the input. And that goes to the mixer. Yes. What is this? Oh, that's the battery. Which means at 0 degrees blade pitch, we're at 50% throttle. And I'm kind of fine with that. try this thing again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Damn it, I lost the blade. I'll actually try and take off with one blade. Doesn't get very far though. It's still like the tail is just being overwhelmed by too much power. Maybe I should just try a different freaking rotor. Get rid of that. Maybe that's a problem. That rotor is just too big for the amount of engine power we have. This is what I was using. It's got a force of 50,000 and there's a light one with a force of 10,000. And 20,000. That's even bigger. I don't know. Maybe I should try this. This doesn't look like a helicopter rotor though. Wait. A helicopter rotor with controllable pitch and roll. Are you sure? Apparently. Bro, that does not look like a freaking rotor. Wait. Is this for real? I don't know. This looks fake. No way this thing works. Hold on. This cannot be real. Tiny little rotor like that. I have to see what it does. My curiosity is killing me. Actually produces enough lift. I need gyro on my tail. I'll fly without tail. But yeah, this little rotor actually produces enough lift, funny enough. You have freaking 8 blades. There's no way that little rotor overpowers the tail rotor. Oh, too much back pitch. Okay, wait, that seems a lot more controllable actually. That actually seems a lot more controllable. I just need the right hand. Helicopters are already so freaking hard to fly now. I still gotta fight with all these bloody mechanics. Can't get this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The tail, no. This freaking tail makes life so difficult. Yeah, but the cyclic is pretty easy now. I feel like the cyclic is super easy to control. Oops. I can just get that tail stabilized. So maybe the rotor did have a lot to do with it. What? No. It's because it went outside the boundary now. No, come here. Come back. I miss you. I assume this is sensitivity. Or is it just the amount of correction? Let's leave it on 50 for now. Still got that on 10% only. Oh, it's already in there. Could it also be, because they say it needs to be as close to the center of mass as possible. Could it be because it's so far forward? It's causing shit. Wait, let's actually do that. Let's delete it and then replace it. I'd assume orientation doesn't matter, so then I can just do this. Electricity. The other thing I still want to test is its auto hover, if I can get it to work one day. Okay, first one is roll, which is that one. Second one is pitch. Stabilized roll. Stabilized pitch. Put that on 50% for now. We didn't increase roll and pitch here, did we? Actually did. Wait, let's not fuck with these because they were working pretty well as they were. Okay. Okay. Wish me luck. Yeah. It looked like it was going to work for a second, but then it just went too crazy. This is the weirdest helicopter I've ever built in my life. In a game or in real life. It's barely moving, but when it does move, it seems to be going with the torque again. It has a hard time going against the torque. Ah! I try to hit B, but then it just kills me. I have to better walk up to it and press B or something. It's gonna kill me. No! tail rotor just doesn't have the power. I don't get it. Well, the moment you start applying positive pitch, that is at least. I just don't get it. Oops. Unless it is something to do with that sensitivity, but then I don't know. One last thing I'm going to try is wait, axis 4. Shove this all the way up there. See what that does. Regardless of what your main axis input is, the gyro restricts it. Too much correction. I don't get it. Because once it does that, you can't do anything to stop it. Oops. Unless this just isn't the right tail rotor for this. Maybe that's only meant for big helicopters or something. I don't know. That goes nuts again. But it almost does feel like it's correcting in the wrong direction. What's that other thing on the gyro? Up, down. So it must be pitch. Stabilized up, down. I assume up, down must be pitch. Where's that up, down now? This one? Just want to see what this does, because maybe they do work together somehow and need each other. I don't know. Oh, nope. That makes it. You can see the pitch is doing something different, but not what you're expecting. Freaking hits me all the way outside. Man, why is this so difficult? See what other rotors there are. I wonder if these aren't meant for like quad rotors. That's why it's called rotor and rotor end. But no, there's only the light Then there's the small, and then there's the tail rotor. And the big one. There's no other component like some management components or sensor that I'm missing. Can't think. Like normally only need gyros. Well, if you can't do that, what if we try and build a quad rotor instead? No, man, but we should be able to get helicopters to work. Although I did also notice at some point it did seem like it might have too much power now. So maybe bring that back down to 4. Because without the gyro, it feels like it's being overpowered by the rotor's torque. But with the gyro, it's like it's got the gyro overcompensates or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh wait, I forgot about correcting the pitch. Oopsie. Like there's no other pressure. This. Oh. Oops. Oh, what do you know? The tail seems relatively stable. You can feel it's still, maybe not 100%. Overcompensating again. Oh, you stupid tail rotor. Oh, tsunami. I guess you're swimming. Oh shit, oxygen. Help. Help. How do you swim again? I can't remember. What if we bring this up to like 50, but bring that down? Because it almost feels like those two kind of work hand in hand together. But I could be wrong. Nope, no, it's too much again. Also, I wonder if it would still be a matter of not having enough power. I would think not. Unless you need a gearbox for the tail rotor. Wait, how does the RC heli do this? The tail definitely spins a lot faster. Could it be that I need more RPM? Wait, if that's the case... That reverses it. Wait. It's going to be off all the time anyway. I guess I'm going to have to flip it around. Then I can do the 2 to 1. Pretty much. The way it is now, I think it's wrong. I assume A is in. Then like so. I'm just curious to see what this does. Because I don't know, maybe it is a thing that changed that you now need more RPM on the rotor. No, you should not be. Why is the pitch positive already? What the fuck? But I removed the pitch stabilization, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I moved the collective back. Does that need power? That thing. Yes. Okay, so that one's running at 20 RPS. Running at 40 RPS, so yes, it doubled our speed. I don't know if that's going to fix anything though, but I'm curious. Whoa! Tail rotors go crazy. Hold up. Maybe that was a problem all along. Maybe we were supposed to step up the tail rotor speed, and that's why it wasn't working. Set back to like 10% or whatever. Gyro was 100, but I don't know. Let's also put it on 10. Ah, what do you know? Okay, wait, there goes nothing then. I spoke too soon. Nearly got killed by it. Oh, wait. I need to come back here. I have no idea what the hell's going on with this tail rotor. But it does fly. Technically, I built a flying machine, I guess. Wait. But yeah, I guess that's something I didn't know, is the tail rotor RPM needs to be much higher. Or if that even is a thing. I don't remember it being a thing in the past, man. If only I had more things that are stored. Actually see. What do I have in my workshop? No. Got nothing. All my creations, everything I've ever made in this game was lost. So you have to save stuff. If you make something, you have to upload it to the workshop. Keep it from getting lost. Because I can't think that this would be the right rotor. Surely you have to put that big rotor back. And then maybe the tail rotor having double RPM helps. What's the usual RPM ratio between a main rotor and tail rotor? Maybe there is no universal. Three to one or 6 to 1. Because I think we need more tail rotor speed. According to what they're saying, it's more like 3 to 1. And this thing just looks way too dodgy. I don't trust that main rotor. Let's put the small rotor back, the other one. Because it could just be that I had the head speed wrong the whole time, and that's why it never worked to begin with. I don't know if I want gyro, but let's just stick to it for now. Stabilized pitch. That one. But that was, yeah, axis 3, that's corrective pitch. Tail rotor is on gyro. That should be everything right. Oh wait, and then we need to set its blade pitch to neutral. Whoa. Oopsie. Maybe I need to reset all the other settings back to its defaults. Ouch. Well, that one was maxed out, right? But for now, let's just go without the gyro. Put this one back. It's already back to its normal. So axis 4. We'll go direct to the tail rotor rather than having the gyro. Still fiddling, yeah. Not having much luck. Whoa, that's hypersensitive. Don't be so sensitive. Okay, but the results are definitely very different. So maybe that's what I needed to do in the first place. Let's just increase the speed. 4 goes into your stabilized yaw to the rotor. Let's see what it does on low sensitivity. Because it's definitely behaving different now. Don't go crazy, don't go apeshit. It's not going apeshit, but it's not turning either. And then it does that. Jeez. This game. Oh shit, wait, I have to go back to it too. Well, this is creative mode, I guess, but I never saved it. Hold on. No, don't go away. I have no idea how to configure this though. Let's start with this one. Not the gyro itself, just the actual axis. See if that does something. Gives me no rotation. Nothing. And then when I take off, it's probably going to overwhelm the tail rotor again. It's just weird that it just suddenly happens. I think it's actually the gyro kicking in that makes it worse. Oops, did I do that right now? I don't think I did. There. Oh, that's way. Oh, I forgot to decrease the sensitivity back down. Ow. Nearly killed me. Tail is still way too sensitive. Oh, but it's much faster now, so we're gonna keep that in mind. I'm not gonna get my vehicle back now. No. Wait, throttle down, maybe. But I can't go back from here. That sucks. I'm too far. Because I haven't saved the vehicle, so how... Shit. Flight with half a tail rotor. No, I don't think you can. Once you've gotten your vehicle out of range, I don't think you can get it back. Shit. Normally it's B, but obviously I'm out of range now. When last did I save? I don't think I saved anytime soon. Shit. But yeah, the Cheblek, or however you pronounce your name, where are you from? I'm from South Africa, by the way. Yeah, you see now the vehicle's gone. Oh, but it autosaves. I forgot it autosaves. Okay, thank goodness for that. Overwrite that thing. I mean, if you think about it, there's also like a multitude of other problems. For example, my center of mass not being correct. But I'm thinking I could actually do a lot of this electric. You could build an electric helicopter. It's just so much easier to test, and you don't have to start the engine or anything like that. There's those pipes. Because if you grab one of these, I don't know what you need though. Let's show how much power it outputs. Can't remember how high the tail rotor actually needs to be. I think it was one higher. Or one more. Where is the tail rotor? What? Oh no, that's actually perfect. Probably doesn't have to go very far back. I think that shouldn't collide, hopefully. I don't know how far forward I'm going to have to put the seat. Because technically with this system, you barely need anything. You don't need fuel tanks, none of that shit. Just a big battery. How's that center of mass? The stream just bugged out or something. So OBS fine. Drop. It seems the Twitch stream dropped, but Kick and YouTube still going. I don't get it. Oh no, Kick also dropped. Why? I have no idea what the hell's going on here. Everything reconnects except Twitch. Fine, I'll manually stop it. Okay. Stream seems to have dropped and then it just didn't come back up, so I had to manually restart it. And it's usually only Twitch that gives me that shit. I'm probably ending soon anyway. Skip lunch, so I'm hungry as hell. Okay, and then if you put a battery, jeez, hold up. Moves center of mass forward quite a bit. That looks better. I wonder what this thing's gonna do. Although it's probably just gonna fall over because it's got no freaking stabilizer. I'm curious. Let's see what happens if I spawn it. Yeah, it just falls over. Never mind. Hey, it stands. We're gonna do a gyro now? I think so, yes. Okay, so we take a throttle into that, output that to the motor throttle. And the collective pitch goes directly. Axis 1 is roll. Axis 2 is pitch. And then axis 4, rudder. Which one's that? That one. What? No, that's not supposed to happen. Because it starts with 50% throttle, that's why. Oh shit. Only I could tell it to only work while I'm in the seat. Or unless you just put collective and throttle together and you don't map it. No, why is it doing that? Oh, does it actually have a throttle value? Ooh, okay, that's now the gyro is doing something. You can actually, this is how a radio controlled helicopter behaves when the gyro is too sensitive. So this looks like it's actually doing something. Wait. This electric motor, I think, has reverse. I think it reverses or something. Can't change it though. Damn it. Okay, but yeah, the results look better with this electric motor setup. The gyro is actually doing something. It's just this motor though, with the throttle being -1 to 1, this motor is going to reverse, which I don't want. So I need my throttle mapper. No. Wait a second. Let's spawn this thing quick. See, it's not supposed to have a throttle value. Why does it have a throttle value? And why is my rudder inverted? I thought I fixed that. See, there's a motor goes in reverse. Okay, hold on. Oops. But yeah, I could have sworn I reversed all my axes. Back. Throttle. Yaw. I wonder if there's not an easier way to see the throttle values while not having screens on the thing. Guess not. Change those decimal spaces. Okay, so our raw throttle, we want to see there. The remap throttle, I want to see there. I'm pretty sure the remap throttle is the one that needs to go to the motor. That does not help me. Damn it. Ah, now it's out of range. Shit. No, come here! Where are you going? No, it's gonna go out of range again and I can't edit it. Help, come back. Luckily there's an autosave feature, but still. No, it's gone. Ah, it gave me the return to workbench option, but it won't stand still. No, it's out of range. Oh no, it's not. Okay, cool. Wait, you know what? I forgot to change this to neutral. It should be neutral by default. Still spins like crazy, but at least it's not taking off. But now I can't see the numbers. Shit. Let's disconnect the motor for now. -1, +1, which gives us 0 and a 1. But the motor shouldn't be spinning. Wait, if I get out though, then it changes to 50% throttle. That's why. I don't know why the game behaves like this. Is there a way to check if there's a pilot in the seat? Occupied. So if the seat is occupied, only then is the throttle allowed to be greater than 0, I think. How the hell do we do this though? I'll probably have to build a microcontroller for that or something. Because you could do it with a bunch of... they're all microcontrollers, but then you paste down a whole bunch of individual ones rather than just building one. But yeah, that's a problem I will solve another time. I think for now I'm done with the stream. Gotta start working. So yeah, unfortunately the stream did cut. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully that doesn't happen next time. Stupid Vox. But yeah, anyway, I will catch you guys again tomorrow then. Yeah. What's today? Tuesday, so tomorrow. Yeah. Cool. Have a good day. Hope you guys have fun. Play some nice games. See you again tomorrow.